both halves. Man, I think like Shiro is the guy who benefits the most from stats in the conversation. He is the guy that passes the least when it comes to eye test because he's just so damn passive. I said it before in this tournament, he should thank whoever that James exists. So he is the guy that we always talk about, oh, constant saving, no aggression, super passive. Like Shiro is that, but on a team that's actually competitive and in a position to win trophies. Like if he can be good to clutch for you here and there, not all the time, right? But in some of these 5v5s, in some of these rounds where it can't just be donk all the time, or he gets one and gets traded, is like, this is where you step up as the second star of the team. This is where, even if you're with an AK, yeah, you can bait out Chopper or someone, get the trade kill, put yourself in that clutch, do something, do whatever. Meanwhile, he had what, 4 kills in the end, 5 kills in the end. I mean, just not, and he's going to be what, the 5th player of the year or something ridiculous like that. I can probably name 5 oppers that are better than him, let alone 5 players.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a brutal assessment, but we started the tournament talking about how important Shiro was to Spirit. As the tournament's progressed, he has become more and more ineffectual, like to the outcome of their results.
I mean, just that photo of him in Cloud9 jersey battling with survival against FaZe comes to mind. We're just literally crying as he's playing. But I want to shift the conversation.
I cry when I watch him play now.
We're all crying, all Spirit fans. But Zontix, where are you, buddy? Like, we're having an anomalous, a freak level performance from Magic. So I thought that was a life map. He's having a life game. Again, so much impact being found right here. Outfragging Donk in the server, back-to-back maps in the grand finals of a major. He's pulling off something ridiculous, and Zontix has completely disappeared as well. Completely ineffectual. And then you contrast that with the FaZe side. Sure, Robs rose to the occasion once again. We saw the playoffs form Robs, but look at the plays Brokey was going for. Look at what Rain was doing. Look at what freaking Carrigan was doing as well. That is, again, the supporting cast failing when they pretty much had one hand in the trophy.
But I'm going to give Zontix a passive, and to some extent, people forget he's also a rookie. I mean, that's why you talk about FaZe Clan and people always have faith in them. Rain has been playing just on this team for 8 years, right? How many major playoffs have we seen from these guys? They've been here countless times before. They probably have more major playoffs games than Zontix has LAN games with Spirit, right? Like, that's where the experience kicks in. But Shiro is a guy who has it, at least has it enough to do better than right now. And yeah, Zontix, they would definitely benefit from him playing a little bit better, but some of that is also just not really being put in a position to succeed.
Yeah, that's why it's so surprising, though, to see Magix pop off like this. We have to remember that he is a veteran of this team. He's been on this Spirit roster for 5 years. He's been to a handful of major playoffs. I think this is his 4th at this point with
I can't remember a performance like this.
And like, for Spirit, they're always wondering, okay, who's going to be the next star? Are they going to get Kyosuke from their academy team? Turns out the answer is in plain sight. It's Magix right there sitting next to him, who's actually apparently just this kind of playoff demon.
Hot take Maui's arrived.
Come on.
Grand final demon.
Let's continue our deep dive talking about Spirit. There's a round you wanted to highlight. I guess who it's going to be about. It was Donk.
It's a losing effort, right? But I just want to highlight how sacrificial Spirit are for Donk. What they do here. It's a hero AK round here. You can see first play going in, Donk trades him. The peek out, another place right behind him, he trades him. Donk's low right now. What happens? I believe that's Magix. I'm not sure who it is. He swings out wide. They're making sure they step in front of Donk. And even though Donk pulls off some ridiculous kills right there, even the final 1v1 flicks away, flicks back, insta headshot, it just, I think, showcases in a small way how much Spirit sets up Donk. Might not have the flashes, but they're like, I'm a decoy. I'm running in front for you.
Yeah, and the sacrifices that they make are once again going to just, come on, like, you do have to give Donk a ton of credit there either way. Like, if you have Robs with a hero AK, he only usually gets like 2, maybe 3. But Donk, once again, it's just another legend in Donk's Odyssey, which he is constantly just writing right before our very eyes.
I think it's a textbook example how to play a hero AK round, right? Like, people just bait for the hero AK and the luxury of having a guy like Donk who's actually going to trade every single one of his teammates and then clutch in the end. But we also have an example, Richard, of a textbook how not to play around with an advantage. And this is the problem when it comes to Team Spirit. It's like sometimes even you have a game from Magus, he's going to find you a double entry. This is the last round of the half, right? They're waiting actually for some aggression. They find a double kill. It's one 5 left on the clock, right? For 20 seconds, they don't really do much. They throw a weak fake. They didn't even take Cave in a 5v3, right? Like, Rain is just chilling there. He has all the information. The rest of the players want to go towards A. Rain gets the kill on Magus. Now they start panicking. Chopper is alone. 3 guys want to go A. This is the kill that Rain gets. Time is ticking. Now they're cutting A. They molly themselves. Chaos everywhere. They don't smoke CT. They smoke to plant, but they lose so much time. Brokey's already there. FaZe is rotating. Chopper is absolutely useless in this round. He's playing way too slow on the flank. Brokey gets the kill off of the Sankyu. Then another great one. Robs is aware of an extra lurker probably. They finish it off. This is the easiest 3v5 FaZe has ever won, it feels like. And you just can't, on this level of play, against a team like FaZe Clan, not convert 5v3s.
We spoke about the chaos, the chaotic rounds which can transpire on that A bomb side. We saw a lot of them. We saw Spirit try to get the bomb down, FaZe retaking it through the smoke. We saw FaZe going for for a 5v5 post plan. But who always came out in the scenarios, Rich? About 80% of the time, it was FaZe. They just thrive in that chaos. And that smoke right there, like Yanko showed, he's like, all right, I'm going to use this one to just lurk out. It's a free smoke right there.
And the thing is, that's why you have to highlight once again just the veteran savvy of FaZe Clan and why so many people find them to be the favorites in this. It's just that Spirit, they won Katowice at the beginning of the year. That felt like an aberration. It felt like an anomaly. But FaZe Clan, they're used to lifting these kinds of trophies. They're used to being in these high-pressure environments. You hear their comms throughout the year. It sounds like one of the most chaotic things you've ever heard. The words per minute is ridiculous between them, but they're still able to put the picture together between all of them.
And one guy that we singled out for FaZe after map 1, Frozen, definitely stepped up on map 2. Not so much in terms of just raw stats, but you look at the duels against Donk that Maui pointed out are going to be crucial. He actually did a great job of shutting him down sort of mid to late in the first half, right? And that's fine. If you kill Donk and you die,
that's fine.
You're fine. Like, that's a good trade for FaZe in that situation. He led the team in opening kills as well, had some really clean kills on the T side as well, and that was absolutely necessary for FaZe Clan to get us to Dust 2.
And it's not just about him having to outright win those duels. He did win quite a few duels over Donk, but it's also, we even saw a round where he gets a kill on the Donk and Donk mollies Frozen to death. But the fact that he was able to, even if he dies, Robs is there to trade him immediately. So a lot of the neutralization of this demonic imp was thanks to Frozen and Robs in mid.
Yeah, well, they needed to do it, but now we turn our attention to the deciding map. It's Dust 2. We know historically Team Spirit used to pick this map. It was a map they were always super happy to play on. We've seen them have pop-off performances on Dust 2 here at the major. And so obviously for FaZe, this is it now. It's like the tallest of tall orders if you want to complete the miracle run.
This is the map where we saw the turnaround of FaZe. We go back to the Fury game. That's where they finally turned it around and being like, yeah, we were not sitting this major playoffs out. We're going to make this happen. And we saw it was Carrigan leading the pack, going for this B hits and whatnot. Everyone waking up, Rain popping off, Brokey showing signs of lives, winning that 2v5 with Robs as well. So I feel like it's not quite done yet. I think Carrigan allowing Dust 2 to be the decider definitely is feeling comfortable here.
But the reason that Spirit have found such consistency on this map is they don't leave anything up to chance. When I look back at the stats of just what they run on gun rounds, they almost never rush. In the last 5 maps, they only rush 1 time on a gun round. So, wow, what a romantic moment here. But
here we go. Look away, Boomich, if you're watching at home. Yeah. Bad memories. Right.
Oh, no.
And thinking, though, about, okay. Oh, she said yes.
Yes!
We love it. Yes. I love
Congratulations
love.
to the
I
happy
love
couple.
love.
Bravo.
All right.
A day she will never forget.
Wow, honeymoon in Shanghai. Love it. Okay. Yeah, back to the point, though, about Spirit, their tendencies. They only have rushed 1 time on gun rounds in their last 5 times playing Dust 2. They don't try to just play off of spawns. They're always going to be trying to fight for lower B and cat control so that they can at least make things a lot more settled. And so it's going to be up to FaZe to try to disrupt that, fight off of catwalk, fight into lower B. I want to see a brawl in middle if FaZe want to upset Spirit here.
And why would you rush when you have Donk on your team? Look at what happened on Ancient. You play it slow with a hero AK, he delivers you the round with an ace. You take a timeout, and then you decide to rush B, and he just dies running through a smoke. Like, you can do it if he's the 5th guy in that rush. And then he comes into a situation where there's information, and he can keep just trading and getting kills, right? Like, you want to give this guy space to work, and I've talked about him, and Dust 2 is, what? An Opper's paradise. I don't see how they can win this map if Shiro doesn't step up.
No, 100%. And I think Brokey waking up here, at least on Ancient, is an absolutely a great sign for FaZe. The only worry for me when it comes to FaZe is they like to get aggressive in your face, but sometimes it's a little too much. I remember the one round against Furia when they win the first 2 rounds.
That was a
on the CB
confidence
side.
round.
It was too overconfident. And you
Didn't
lose
work
it.
out.
You can't do that against Donk. And Rain said it as well. We got a little too overheated. Calm things down a little bit. I think especially for me, FaZe's the strongest point for me is their B defense. I love the way they play B. They don't play fully turtle up. They're willing to, take those fights towards mid, Rain towards CT, for example. I think that those mid fights, when Spirit try to go for this mid to B takes, that is going to be so pivotal for FaZe to win this one.
All right, guys, this is it now. It is going to be the deciding map in the major final. We're about to find out whether Karrigan cements his status as the greatest in-game leader of all time, or whether we're about to enter the Donk era for real. Take it away, guys.
That's right, Richard. One map separates us from crowning a champion. Spirit will start on the CT side, and it's Dust 2. This is designed for the aimers, and there's plenty in the server here, Chad.
Can't wait to sink our teeth into this one. 6th meeting between these two teams this year, 2024 alone, and the first time we will see them lock horns on this very map. Oh, taking the liberty straight to lower tunnels. Donk with the dual Berettas, spotted and drops back. So that is going to be pestering FaZe in the back of their mind. They know they'll have to clear out lower tunnels very diligently. Mid-door smoke to land, can't be blocked. Shiro with a nade in hand.
This is destined for damage here, Chaddy. Double. Oh, trouble. Robs 50. Rookie a little less so.
Smoke hasn't landed
It's not
perfectly.
perfect. That is a disaster. At least Rain gets up. They're managing their angles well. The flash, did set up Robs for a duel, but a bit late on it.
All right, well, they will tuck back, get this cat control in the interim. Looking for an A split, 2 out long, 3 through short, blocked for now. Rotation has been allowed. Donk rotating back over to join this A defense, and Chopper's not too far behind.
They managed to pull Magix away, and as he returns to this fight, the P250 was primed and ready. Through the smoke, Donk is in the perfect place, and he finds the perfect result. Perpetually well positioned is Donk, and he delivers and backs it up with destruction. 3 down to the Julies, and Spirit will start off their CT side with a win.
FaZe on the Ancient pistol T side, they went through the smoke. It worked out this time, not to be the case. Donk waiting at the door, denying all of that room. You're thinking because of the info they had at long, we're going to take the risk, we're going to jump through, but just mopped up, and you can see Shiro's name there in the feed, that nade, softening them up, making it a whole lot easier. And that's one name you need to say an awful lot of if you're a Spirit fan and you want to see them lift the trophy. Shiro has been relatively quiet over the first 2 maps. Sure, map number 1 wasn't needed. Map number 2, he was absent. Map number 3, he can't go missing. And yeah, Donk, he's just going to run up mid. So disrespecting this quote-unquote eco, Karrigan has a scout, and he's pinned in tunnels. It feels like the worst place for that weapon.
Not the most idyllic fight for a scout, no less, and maybe he could find Chopper with a quick flick. He does! R.I.P. Chopper. An hell of a shot from Karrigan, and he'll cut his losses. You'll take that one and fall back to reformat.
This has all happened quite early in the round, still with 1:20 as they've evacuated tunnels, now 1:10, and the scout can continue to work, but you know it's on the board if you're Spirit. So the last thing you want to do is be staying staunch at short and middle to give over tags. Force these pistols to group up, force Karrigan to force the fight.
And this paranoia is because of Rain's death. Donk could be anywhere at this point. On a major grand final stage, though, he's played it conservatively.
Magix over towards long with an MP9. This is how he ruined Liquid's dreams.
Yeah, he spots the shoulder as well. That's lovely info. That goes only one way.
Donk's on his way.
And Magix is going to be able to catch them as they first walk through. Karrigan, easy, comfortable. Donk steals away a double. And Brokey now with that scout has missed his chance. Had a pot shot. Pressure mounting and being completely surrounded, encircled by Team Spirit. Goes for the no-scope. Shiro runs it down. So comfortable conversions there, and Donk up to 6. 2 rounds deep.
You can take those eco bashes, won't you? Throw them on this stat line, doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, it doesn't sit well with him that Magix is currently out fragging him. Perhaps not for long.
Yeah, we'll see how Dust 2. Magix is in a position that could have high traffic, but that's going to depend on the calls and the spawns that are offered up to FaZe. Right now, they wanted to head out long. They have Karrigan's Mac 10 to do so. Be a 3-man A start from Spirit. Flashes at the ready as the corner smoke drops. It's a deep one. It's going to obscure the vision. And they're coming out.
They're coming. This time, Chopper was not prepared for that. The long corner smoke isolates Chopper, and Carrigan closes it down. Takes that space. Shiro's AWP is on the prowl.
The gap to work with if they jump into pit. This is big. Oh, what?
What is that from Zontix? Just that knee-jerk reaction, spotted something and worked with it. Finds Rops in the smoke.
Oh, now they're boxed in. The way back is through this fight into the AK-47.
And Zontix deliver again. He certainly has a chance and does. Dispatches Carrigan.
Bomb spotted, leaving long. Rotation on. Donk rotating over to deal with middle. Now aware that B is also a possibility, so rejigging this team's spirit. Now highlighted there by the Obs team, Rain still parked out over towards the platform side, an unknown entity. If Spirit wanted to go for an info play to take this control back, they won't get the answers they're looking for. But they do have this AWP to deal with. Rain needs to get a timing against Shiro, and maybe that's just about to manifest.
Yeah, he just looked away for a second, comes back to his post. Every time he looks away, every time he averts his gaze, they start to advance, and now posted for it, misses his tap. This is his chance, Shiro does as well.
Barrel
spotted, Frozen's a dead man. Starting to accelerate now, rotations on the way from the CT. Shiro has done his job. Magix now tucks into Gandalf to do his.
Bomb will go down, that's a certainty.
How will they structure the retake? Rain up for Car in this post plant. Brokey playing around that smoke, trying to make it a 2v2, but it's actually Rain that manages to connect. Removes Donk, Magic's next victim. They are both low. Shiro's USP could be potent. He's got time to work with, but no kit yet. Opts for the MP9 instead, in lieu of a better weapon. It can work, it does! Brokey hits a banger!
Knocked him off that top row there. That is a big round for FaZe to be able to convert. 2v3 situation after Frozen goes down to Shiro's AWP, but they're on the board, 2-1. And a timeout, and we've seen Hallie. He is no stranger to taking these. He's not shying away from being able to voice his concerns, voice his thoughts within this grand final. He's taken him early. And these type of rounds is always a little bit more important to have the discussion of how you want to follow through, because the finances rope you. You have less options available. It can't be full gun rounds. You can't go into your standard openings. It needs to be a little bit more creative. But this opening, beautiful. Felt like Zontix has done an awful lot there. The kill on Rob. Don't know what he saw, but he definitely caught a sniff of something. And Brokey and Rain in combination. Great shot from Brokey.
He knew that was the only option for Shiro, trying to close that gap. Great shot.
But right now, FaZe can win out the financial warfare. Just have to get past a couple of MP9s and M4s. There's U2 in the mix. Going to start with another 3-2 split, but they're going to play Donk through Cat.
Frozen's out. That long corner smoke. There's no answer to Spirit. Here comes Donk, though, on the catwalk. Walking tall, standing up. Delivers. Removes them both. Calculated aggression. Effortless brilliance.
You run the same play as the previous, you're expecting more respect. And they just charge through middle. Donk gets the double, now you're stuck. There's no way forward, no way back. That feels awfully small for FaZe, and with so much time on the clock on this smoke that's being lobbed out by Rain now for the cross, it feels like that'll have to be part of the finish.
Nero has locked the door, finds an upgrade. That flank will be potent. That's if this setup even needs their help. MP9 lethal at this range. They does not expose Rain, but look at the damage. He's working with just a scrap of health. A stiff breeze can bring him down. Still puts Donk in the dirt. And only Frozen, no bullets and no hope. Spirit off the back of the timeout convert.
All right, well, 9-2 for Donk. Multiple kills on the pistol round, multiple kills in this round. And those are both very, very impactful in the flow of this first half final map. So the finances now are in the bin. I said FaZe could have won that out. Well, the same to be said for Spirit. This is the type of round you have to be converting. Round of 5v3 with the huge advantage, so much time you know exactly where they are or have a very good idea.
He is delivering under the most scrutiny. Brokey tries to brave the incendiary. Sensational start from Donk on this third and deciding map.
And Rops yet to find a frag. He woke up on Ancient. He was a force to be reckoned with, the driving factor. And Frozen joined him too.
Magic's got a multi-kill on a silver platter. No one's looking. Backs a turn. He only gets the the one, commits to the spray. Rain does bring him down. It's Chopper that, needed more maybe. Zontix can pick up the pieces.
Another bomb.
His two and the bomb's under their control. He missed his chance. The shot of Toshiro does not connect. A little bit of an opportunity, a window of opportunity was open. It's Shiro that slams it shut. For FaZe, I'm sure this is flying by. You're into round 6. Some of you feeling like you haven't even got going.
Game's not out of control just yet. Team Spirit don't have a whole lot of residual cash, so this is still well and truly on. We can back and forth. FaZe can force Spirit into more of these awkward buys that they seem to be more than capable of coming out on top of. Just reflect on Nuke and their T side.
Shiro is going to be in the right place for this if they do start to early test B. Donk and Shiro.
This type of setup, you're just trying to get the lower tunnel control, just a variation of the default, right? You can see the molly come in from top mid, the flashes as well, make sure that they aren't pesky playing forward. Now you want to push Chopper back off of short. He announces his presence with that HE. It's going to be mid-smoke to be... Oh no, it's a flash. They want to fight through middle. Mid to B smoke hit from Rain. Carrigan will contribute one as well to set up the crisscross. This draws a lot of attention, a lot of eyes, and a lot of possibilities.
They are behind it. And Donk wants to brawl. He wants to biff. Takes out Carrigan. No trade available as he dips back for a fresh mag. Shiro finding Robs, and one by one they fall. FaZe picked apart. Just 2 remain. Frozen and Brokey with little to work with. Just a bit of short control. Chopper going to be trying to spot, get this information safely, and has done so. Trying to close that gap, play for the plant. Finances going to be bolstered by the plant. Is there anything more for them here? There should be nothing. Magix makes it so. Oh, good shot from Brokey. Can surely be overrun. More costly perhaps. The bomb going down is nice, but a 5th round for Spirit on their CT side.
And that's the 4th opening duel going in favor of Donk. So that aggression is just paying dividends right now for Team Spirit. This lead extended. Now a buffer of cash built. Just as I was saying, hey, it still could be a little bit wonky, a little bit worrisome while they keep 4 players alive. First tactical timeout. See Neo behind the mouth moving. Previous major winner a decade ago with Virtus Pro. Now donning the coaching hat. He even wore the FaZe jersey as a player at one point in time.
Yeah, few teams can boast a coach with more pedigree than that.
Well, now he needs to add to the cabinet in that regard. It's great as a player, but not everybody is cut out for the coaching realm. And the greatest 1.6 players of all time, if not the greatest, it depends on who you talk to in that debate. Let's see if he has something masterful for this partial FaZe buy. Knowing the loss bonus will be maxed out into the next, they've just kept that respectable amount of money to facilitate the buy. Brokey making sure that the AWP will not be an issue.
Yeah, I've heard it from FaZe fan themselves that Neo loves to call these partials. Likes to have a gimmick, come up with something. Top short, smoke doors.
Spirit will have had that 30 seconds as well, and how they can chip in and help them understand what the finances likely look like at this point if there were any doubts. The setup, like any fear of fights over towards B. Few worries for Zontix short. FaZe looking to pipe themselves out short, so the smoke for Brokey and Rops with a flash for Carrigan. That'll be the go.
Range Tech 9 to draw the crosshairs. Try and pull Shiro's AWP away from that frozen Galil.
Well timed. That's
indeed.
But look at the HEs remaining. Chopper has one, Shiro has one, Zontix, they're coming through.
They are starting to accelerate. Shiro poised as he collects onto Rain. No trade from him. Where's Frozen's Galil? It's dead. Chopper makes it so. Brokey recovers it. Rob still yet to frag as he's sent to the grave by Donk. 6 for Spirit. Not even slightly threatening.
This next round is where the concerns will really start to ring home for FaZe. So the nature of the game, the scoreline looks pretty damning, but yeah, Dust 2, they can still work back in. This is a full buy, great, but it's more about the contributions of the players. 3 for Brokey, 3 for Frozen, 3 for Rain, 2 for Carrigan, 0 for Rops. Right now, Nobody is activated. Nobody is putting up enough of a fight. This has to change right here, right now, or this could be a quick third map of play. Fast mid control from Carrigan. Brave behind his boosted AWP. Straight down mid, applying pressure immediately with the mid to B smoke. That forces the rotation, the conversation for Spirit of what's possible early. They'll block onto themselves and even waste an incendiary there. They need to push Shiro back from short. The flash has to be perfect or the swing needs to be wide.
Shiro respects and exchanges the can of flame. Small map control victory. And the smokes nullify one another. Magix is holding the push out.
They actually have Donk anchoring long. Traditionally, it is Magic, so putting their heaviest hitter to lock this down.
Committed position. Miles away from the action. 40 seconds phase. Trying to find their voice in map 3. Mid-util lands. Eyes are on Chopper and Zontix to defend their bomb site. Spam from Magix trying to lend a hand. It's just the two of them up against FaZe Clan. Crunching in. Zontix does deliver, removes Frozen, and there's Chopper down to one. Robs brings him out. We will see the plant come through. A retake available. Shiro and AWP. One single flashbang thrown out by Donk. They're not going for it. Or at least they're not going from the main avenue of approach. They're not going through doors.
They can take their time on this. They can hang around. FaZe might get jittery and start to exit, and then there's an avenue in. They're going to have a look.
Opportunity here. Broky's in the perfect angle to protect Robs. They're searching. They're testing. An AWP shot tag. Finished by Robs. One back. Donk! No! He could do it. It's only Rain. Young delivers! How have they pulled that one off? The answer is Donk. 16 frags in just 8 rounds of play. This is a young man's game. The game is older than he is.
And this is exactly how we started the year, with our jaws on the floor in Katowice. Spirit, we knew this kid was a prospect. He turned into a prodigy, but it's just phenomenal to watch. A thing of beauty, defying what we know and love about Counter-Strike. And as you mentioned, so young, he can only get better. And FaZe, that was their best opportunity yet for a second.
This is his playground, this is his map. Is it his trophy? Carrigan sits him on his ass for our 9th round of play. It's up to his teammates now. Try and match his output in some capacity. There's Robs. Little glimpse of what he is capable of. Chopper takes risks. Confirms nothing in upper tons. And keeps moving. Shiro is investigating as well. AWP on his back. Nade looks good for some damage. Great nade. Lost to win round for FaZe Clan. A wide open B bomb site. Chopper's flank, however, is starting to arrive. It may be a little too late. Frozen may have even spotted him on the jiggle, has done now. Path resistance found.
Is this going to be a save this time round? I feel like the answer has to be yes. A 3v5B retake, that feels like an impossibility unless something given over. Just taking a moment to look at the fact that Donk has started long in quite a few of these rounds. That's something that could be throwing FaZe for a bit of a loop. He's traditionally one of the B defenders alongside of Zontix. Hold up, they're still going in. They have smokes. They have smokes and mollies. They're going to go for this late.
They start thinking it's theirs.
They're going for this late.
They think it's guaranteed. Magix wants to try and change that. Brokey surely shifts the dialogue again. Magix trying to do some damage on the way out. Does find the head of Brokey. As Carrigan going to try and save at the back of the site. And Shiro maintains his AWP.
Well, because of the slew around, Spirit have no issues getting back into the buy. This half can be salvaged for FaZe. They let one slip on a 3v3 B retake, sure, but that's their second. Grab a third. Force Spirit into more saves. Try and ice them out. But Donk being more over towards long, I'm curious if Carrigan is going to try and change the game plan midway through the map. That's something that's, right, you're coming into these games, and sure, you love it when people throw in a bit of a different flavor. You'd be able to really trip them up, especially at the high level when teams are playing nameplate Counter-Strike. Donk again starting towards A.
His opponent's guessing as to where he'll be, but even if he starts long, he can show up tons and win out the clutch. In that late B retake, doesn't matter where he starts, if he can finish that strongly.
But no word of a lie, I'm taking a look right now. I'm short. We should be able to get this space.
Donk hearing these footsteps trudging towards short side, blocked by the smoke. FaZe Clan have intentions elsewhere, though, you can see indicated by the bomb. It's just to keep Spirit guessing. Chopper hearing all of this.
Feels like B is going to be the weakness to hit if Chopper has moved over towards that side of the map, and it's a constant alongside of Zontix.
You have to win this duel against Chopper cleanly. Well, his frags could buy time for a rotation. That flash looks good. Chopper. Oh, not blind! Not blind! Rain goes down! Commits to the spray. A necessary trade. Frozen breaks through. Zontix around the smoke, though. An opportunity to disrupt.
Flying from Magix.
He's coming through. They're not ready. They're not ready whatsoever. Carrigan jumps up on Xbox, loses.
They're going to assume it's through short because it's so quiet. Zontix doesn't have B info.
It's wide open.
He does now.
Wide open. He's coming through the smoke. No idea. They have no idea where the finish is coming from.
Frozen has to live. He can't go down without a kill.
Moving into the tunnels, and Magix hits it.
They're rotating A.
Into him. Into Magix. He will be punishing. What are they doing? Running straight headlong into Magix.
They assume Donk's still alive. He's moved over towards the A site. He's not playing B anymore. They killed Chopper. He's traditionally the rotator. Zontix left the site. They think they surely must. Donk, he must.